what that is? It's music about playing a game. All of you look at me like, what the hell? It's a game, see? And I'm the coach for today. We're going to play. And it's morning. Now watch. The only thing I want you to do is don't let the balloon touch the floor. Okay, go, go. Get good and tired. Get exercise, exercise. Whoa! There you go. They don't want it. Don't let the balloon touch the floor. Go, go. Don't let the balloon touch the floor. How we doing? Any balloons on the floor? I'm checking, I'm checking. Ah, there's a balloon. Okay. Woo! 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 Okay, that looks good. They're having a ball over there. Look at that. Wow. Woo! Okay. We learned few lessons from that. One, you got tired. Two, you exercise. But the main important part of that really, really is that you play together, having fun. Having fun, playing together. So you zero in on what? On the balloons. Not on what? Not on each other. Isn't that incredible? The magic is, can you do this in your life, at work, at home? Zero in on the purpose, not on the other person. Do you see it? Now, let's play the balloon again because you're getting too serious on me already. It's like, what did you say? What did you say? I'm saying is that you could have fun with life. That's what I'm saying. That's what it really comes down to. And you have a choice all the time. It's up to you. And I will show it to you today. It is all up to you what you want to do. It's really an attitude, a way to look at things. Like, for instance, today the weather's raining and all that. You could be miserable today. And I got to thank you for being here. But I also have to thank, that I almost forgot, a special thank to Jill. Where's Jill and Kathy? Jill and Kathy. Because of them, I am here today. So from the bottom of my heart, from this side, not this side, this side. Thanks. Thanks, Jill. Jill is shy. Jill is shy. Jill's shy. Shy Jill, come over here. Shy Jill, make believe you're doing something. I want to thank you for being so wonderful, for having me here. And Kathy for zeroing in. Thanks. I appreciate that. Thanks. So I'm going to give 200% today because of them. How do you like that? So that's what's important. That's what is important. Important is to know, to realize that the game that we just finished playing, even so it was just a silly game, naturally. It's a kid's game. By the way, we all became kids. Did you notice that? Isn't that wonderful? But within that, there is a lesson to be learned. Stop being so serious. Life is too damn short. Hello? Amen. Amen. Who said that? Say it again. Amen. Amen is right. So that's all it's all about, and you have a choice. Now, so this whole thing is a game, okay? Now watch this. Life is a game, but also everything that we do, including what we just finished doing, is a game within another game called life, within a bigger game called life. That is what it's all about. Also to life, it's not a sport game. Why do I say that? And I'm shaking my head. If I could only get that across to everybody, you will see why I mean in such a manner that it's not a sport game, because we play life's game like a sport game, and I'll show to you what I mean by that. It's not a sport game. It's also not a spectator's game. A spectator's game meaning, well, take a look what happened a few minutes ago. Some of you played and had a good time, and some of you just sat there. Don't give a damn. Like, oh, what the hell is this guy on with the balloons here? So early in the morning. You know what I mean? So there was this going on in your head, you know, you talking to you like, I don't want this. I came here, and my boss told me to come here, matter of fact, and I'm here, and he wants me to play balloons. What is it? So you have that choice. You could sit and watch everybody else playing, or you could play and have a good time. That's what it's all about, too. It's not a sport game. It's not a spectator's game. What kind of game is it? It's a game to be played, to be lived, to enjoy it. I said that twice because that's the most important part of all. Although you could play and have a miserable time too, by the way. To enjoy it. That's what life is all about. Life is neutral. Neutral meaning that it will serve any one of us. You know that we have that attitude about, I'm not lucky, he's lucky, my luck, who the hell happened to it, what happened, where did it go, how come it's not knocking on my door? Truly speaking, life has no enemies, no friends. It's just like this ball, all these balls here, see? That's what life is, right here. You learn how to play it, and the ball will serve you. Or any of these games, PS, some of those players who make millions of dollars, they don't play with a different ball, do they? Hello? Do they have a different ball like anybody else? They have the same ball, don't they? Isn't that incredible? And yes, some of them are so great, make millions of dollars, and some of them are like, they commit suicide because they can't make it. That's what life is all about, right here. You got to learn how to play it. Otherwise, it's not going to do any good. For instance, again, if you play football with the rules of soccer, it's not football anymore, is it? It's like it's a joke, and you can't figure out why. You're not winning. You're not getting anywhere. That's the whole essence behind it. Do you know why I'm doing the way I'm doing what I'm doing? You don't? Wake up. I don't either. No, you know what? The reason is simple is because I get so serious about this, as you will see, and at times I get angry, as you will see, because we're so programmed, we're so, like, I don't know what the word is, like, that we don't give ourselves opportunities, possibilities. So I had to set it up as a game, because most of us, to what we're going to talk about today, most people will say, that's too deep. That's an excuse. About us is too deep? Who else is there but us in our life? That's why I had to set this up in this kind of mind. Honestly, I'm serious. Otherwise, you all go to sleep on me. Matter of fact, you're going to sleep right now. Okay, so now the shocking thing is that work is a game. Oy. Oy. That word, work. Oy. Did I have to mention that? I wish I could. That's why I call it play, because if I call it work, everybody shuts off. Bing! Bing! He said the magic word. I'm off. So work is a game. Watch how important work is. Work gives you an identity, doesn't it? Sure it does. It also gives you a certain prestige in life. It allows you to play in the game called life. Do you know that work creates vacation? Ah, come on, right? Ah, come on, where am I kidding now? I'm pushing it, right? Well, give it a thought. Give it a thought. If you didn't work, would you have vacation? You'd be on vacation all the time. And that's work. And that's work. Aye. So look the importance of it. But most of all, it allows you to participate in the game called life. And within that, you are a somebody. Hello? You don't think so? I'm going to prove it to you that you are. That's where the trick is. Now I'm going to change this over so that way I don't have to, get mixed up. Let me see, number 2 here. No, this is 4. That's not it. Okay, here's number 2, the secret. Aha, 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 aha. Here comes, here comes. I'm going to give you the secret, and we're all going to go home. And that's it. Didn't you come here for the secret? Tell me the truth. Isn't that one of the reasons why I come here? What's the secret? About not being under pressure, right? I want you to know that this secret was given to me by my wife. Yes. She said to me, guess what? I know the secret of life. I said, Simmer, after all these years, you didn't tell me now. You're telling me after 20 years we'll be married. What is this? It's very simple. There is no secret. That's the secret. Oh, oh. So what we need to do right now, I would like you to know that we are so engrossed into the thinking of positive or negative. You heard of that, right? Now we're going to do a little extra beyond that, what's called honest thinking. Honest thinking. Honest thinking. 3 times. The reason why I said 3 times because it puts us in the middle when you do honest thinking. Now, when my wife told me that, and when you realize that there is no secret, it is no wonder that we can't find it. It is no wonder that we keep on looking for it. And there is no such a thing. Isn't it time for us to be a little honest thinking and say, hey, maybe I got to make it myself. Maybe I am the secret. As a matter of fact, I will say to you, strongly so, you are the secret. You are the secret. Each and every one of you, wherever you are the secret. You are the secret. You are the secret. So will you please stop looking for the secret? She found the secret, I could tell. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that wonderful? Now, how do I say that, or why do I say that? Why am I so sure that you are the secret? Very, very simple. Very simple. Have you noticed whatever happens to us? I should say to you. Never mind. Huh? Whatever happens to us, have you noticed that we always seem to be around? Maybe we have something to do with it. Hello? Darn it, right? This is the bad news. Oh, this is bad news. So, within that, you have to realize also that there is other people besides you around, right? Who else is around? Your co-workers in this case, right? Your manager, your boss, your family, friends, in other words, husband, wife, kids. They're all around too, right? Correct? Do you know why they're around? Do you know why we want them around? Huh? Right. Right, so we could blame them. Sure, I didn't do that. You did that. I know, I seen you. And you talked to her. I remember I seen you. That's what you were talking to her about, didn't you? Why did you do that? You're my friend. Wow. You're my friend, and you told her what I told you was a secret. How did she find out? Incredible, isn't it? So that's what it's all about. The secret is about there is no secret. Come on. Enough already playing around. The secret is you. It's that simple. The same thing about honest thinking. Look, you heard of this over here, right? You've seen this before. Half a glass, what is it? Half empty or half full? What is it? Amen. Where is she? You're supposed to say amen. Oh, you forgot. Okay. Why is it so important to see it half full? Because let me give you an example. I can't tell jokes, and that's the God's honest truth, but I'm going to try. The positive joke is about the guy falling off the fifth floor window as he goes by the third floor. I got to say it fast so that way it's better. As he goes by the third floor window, he says, "So far, so good." Boing! As you finish saying that. So we got to be honest. This is what it's all about. It's both, isn't it? It's half empty and half full. Now, can you drink the half empty? Come on, wake up, Charlie. But you could drink the half full, and it does you good. So you have a choice here, don't you? Correct? You could look at it either way. Now, the other thing that we do in life, strongly so, when I say strongly so, I mean it. We zero in on what's missing. Do you know that? Someone told me about, Frank, right? Before, he told me about TV last night, on TV, what's happiness. This is what it's all about. We always seem to zero in what we don't have. Truly speaking, it's good for business. Okay? It's very good for business. Matter of fact, you go out there and you buy what you don't have. Then you're happy for one day or two. I don't know. This is not good enough. I think I should get a better car. And you go out and get another one. So that's good for business. But you got to realize there is something there, isn't there? Why not? Why not zero in on that and be happy with it? And possibly the other half will show up. If it doesn't, at least you enjoyed that half that you had. Correct? Okay. Whew. How am I doing so far? Well, okay, now we're going to go. Number 3, aha. This is it. This is why you're here today. This is, no, I don't mean jogging. That's why you're here today, right? Those are 2 main words in your topic of the day. Excellence, how to achieve excellence, yes? And change, correct? Of these 2 words, I think this is the one that scares most people. Changing environment, all that kind of stuff. I dare to say that these 2 words create each other. As I was doing my homework, I discovered the secret. So there is a secret, isn't there? I discovered the secret. These 2 words, as you will see, they create each other. To give you a little hint, if you want to get better at anything, for instance, let me give an example. This is my first challenge today on the basis of doing this at this level. So I really had to do my homework because the whole environment is different for me. I'm taking I as an example, and that's the God's honest truth. So I asked Jill, can I put my TV on camera instead of doing this? So I could, I couldn't not show up, give an excuse. Then I took it as a challenge. So within that, it makes me better than I was yesterday, whatever I'm doing today. That's the difference. But you will see as that takes place. Now, excellence, remember, it's a game. We're going to make excellence a game. How about that? Can we do that? Do you agree? You don't? How come? You don't want to play? Okay, so we're going to make excellence a game. Now, we said that everything that we do is part of another game called life, correct? Now, here where the trick is. Here's where the secret is. I'm going to give you so many secrets. You have to make sure what kind of rules are you playing with. That's the difference. The excellence game is played by life's rules, natural rules, not sports rules. There is a difference. Let me explain to you what the difference is quickly. Sports rules we're all aware of, that we're playing it against another team, correct? Or another player. And then we have what? A win-lose concept, yes? And we have competition. That's the essence behind a sport game, is competition. In a life game, in the excellence game, natural, it isn't so. It is played on a win-win basis, not a win-lose basis. Do you see it? There is no opposite team or opposite player. All right, you want to play balloons instead? There is cooperation, not competition. Look at the balloon game. That's exactly what you did. You didn't play against the person sitting next to you or whatever, or the next table, correct? You played together and cooperated by not allowing the balloon to touch the floor. And you had good time besides. And there was a time there was not one balloon on the floor. That was my essence of playing that game. That's why I was running back and forth, trying to get all the balloons up in the air. So that's what it is all about. It's the essence is cooperation, not competition. Okay. Next one. Next one is, haha. Oh boy, are we going to have a good time with this one. Can you read that? The gotcha game. But you got to say that right. That was taught to me by my wife how to say it. You silent the T and you say gotcha. That's how you say gotcha. You know how it happens at home, at work, when you did something wrong or somebody else did something wrong. I gotcha. I got one on you. That's how you play that. Now, we have just said that there is no opposite team, no opposite player, correct? Who are you going to play against? What kind of dull game is this? Right? Who are you going to play against? Hello. Who are you going to play against if you don't play in the... That's where the game is. That's the toughest game that you ever want to play. You want a challenge? Haha. I'm playing that every day. I'm still playing it right now. Boy, that's a tough game against yourself. That's where it's at. Not against anybody else. You challenging you. You see? You against you. Now, things are going to get rough in this segment. I want to warn you, don't go to sleep on me. You know that little mind of yours that says, what is he talking about? Go to sleep. He's full of baloney and all that good stuff that our mind tells us. Now, here's my question. You against you, correct? Isn't it time to find out who in the world is this you? Who is this you? Hello? You against you. Wait a minute. You know there is two of us? There's two of us? There is? Okay. There is. Take a look. All who you think you are, all who we think we are. Like the name, if you take away your name, take away your gender, take away your profession, take away your money. Wait a minute, not my money. Okay, keep your money. Take away how you look, how you look that we're so worried about. What do you have left? You only have left, what do you have left? What did you say? Oh, perfection, all right. Amen. Amen. Man. Okay, so what do you have left? You have... Boy, yeah, you're ahead of the game, let me tell you. You have left two words. Two words, and those two words are human being. I know it might be a shock to you. It was a shock to me when I discovered. I said, that's it? That's all? Yeah, that's all you have left. There's two words, human being. That's it, folks. That's it. Hello. That's it. When you get that, all the rest of the stuff is nonsense. All the rest of the stuff does not make you live. Do you understand that? All the rest of the stuff, it makes you uptight. Do you understand that? Your mind gets clubbered. Do you know what I'm doing right now? I don't care how I'm doing. I'm reading the numbers that you're participating to me. And do you know at home, I was so upset about it, how I was going to do this. But now I'm enjoying it. So what if I make a mistake? What's the big deal? What's the big deal about making a mistake? The greatest thing about my wife, you know, you're going to say about my wife all the time. You're going to hear it because I'm sorry, she's better than me. I assure you. And I mean it, I'm serious. She says that's why we have erasers on the pencils. You make a mistake, it's not the other, gotcha. You see? That destroys communication. That destroys teamwork. That's very, very important. So you have, what you have left is only two words, human being. Now, watch these two words. They have two different identities. Identity. The human plays the game like a sport game. We always want to be right. We always want to win, no matter what, and all the time. Ah, I'm telling you, I'm right. You understand that? Yeah. Good girl. Tell her, your friend, the manager there, I'm right. I didn't make a mistake. You tell her you made the mistake. Otherwise, what kind of friend are you anyway? Do you see what happens here? It's a win-lose, one against the other competition. That's the sport game. On the being side, it's not natural rules. Win-win, playing teamwork, playing together, results. That's the only thing the being is interested in is results. It's not, that's why we go to work, isn't it? That's what we hear. But we forget. We forget. We give up our results just to be right. Take a look at it. Take a look at it. How many times you did it? This morning, maybe before you left home? Take a look at it. Our whole life is based upon who's right and who's wrong. Who's winning and who's losing. Do you know also too that, I got to relax a little bit. Do you know that also too that causes the biggest sickness in our life? I want to make this sad a little bit. I think it's time. Do you know that if you live your life, who's right and who's wrong, winning or losing, you get so uptight about it and so angry about it and losing your temper about it. I could tell you that because I'm one of them. You see, we don't see openly while we're young because the body is strong. As we get older and keep on doing that, who's right and who's wrong, and the body gets weaker, this is what happens. Can't take it, you see? So, give up being right. Are you willing to give up being right so that you have a life? What is that expression of theirs? Get a life. That's what it comes down to, is give up being right. It doesn't get you anything except being right, not results. And only comes up with an excuse at the moment, and then it runs away again. Okay, so that's the gotcha game. I was supposed to say something else, but I don't remember, so that means it wasn't important. 3, 4. Okay, now we're on 5. Aha. The higher level. It's called the higher level, the higher level. You know because you're here today because there's so many changes going on. High tech, yes, is bringing in a lot of changes. And we have nothing to say about it. You know, you could whistle Dixie, but those guys are going to keep on coming out with a new way of computers and how to shrink this world to a little town. And we have no choice about it, simple as that. So what we need to do, really and truly, the only choice that we have is to take it as a challenge and go to the next level. The next level of thinking. And to prove what I'm saying, the great Einstein, a long time ago, he said two great things for this particular situation that we're talking about. One, he says, you cannot, he didn't say exactly what I'm saying, by the way. I'm interpreting it. Because if you read what he said, you say, what the hell did he say? You got to read it at least 10 times to figure it out. He actually said, you cannot solve problems at the same level that they were caused. Meaning, if you say I'm right, that means you are at a human level. Got it? That's the level. Now, if you want to find an answer to I'm right, to your situation, to your problem, at that same level, you're going to come up with an excuse, not a solution. There's a difference. We even lie, not only to other people, but to ourselves. Think about that. See, I get angry. You know why I get angry? Because we're such a fool sometimes. That it's sad that we do. Do you realize that if other people would do the things that we do to ourselves, we will kill them? Just like that. We'll eliminate them. How dare you do this to me? And yet we do it to ourselves, and that's okay. Ah, nice, nice. You did a good lie there. You got away with it. It's all right. You're getting good. Then we forget what the hell the lie was. We get caught in the web, and we don't know which way to go. Whoops. Then we call it pressure, gesundheit. Then we call it a pressure. I'm on the pressure cooker. Well, stop lying. Maybe you won't be so on the pressure cooker. Be a little honest about it. So that's what this comes down to now. Is actually, where is this thing called Einstein about? What is he talking about? He's talking about that we have to go to the next level of thinking, behaving, and working, and all that stuff, which is the being level. That's all it is. It is. Well, there's nothing else that I know of. If you'll find out, let me know. I'd like to know. Then he says something else, which is very funny, and it proves the point. He gives you a definition of insanity. He says insanity is that person who keeps on doing the same thing over and over again and expects different results. My God, when you think about it, like, how crazy are we? How many of us do that and come up again with an excuse? Well, I did that because I'm used to it. I can't help it. That's the way I am. That's my personality. That's my eye, too. And then we complain. Do you realize that? When we don't get what we want, what do? We complain and try to, then comes around your coworker, your manager is around. That's not my boss. He gotta point the finger over there. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. So you're not getting anywhere. When you really come down to it, you're only kidding yourself. Why do I say you? Oh, because success is you, right? We only kidding ourselves. We're only kidding ourselves. That's all it is. Okay, Einstein, go to sleep. Wow. 9:47. How did it get so late? 9:47? Okay, no more fooling around. Because this is the good stuff. Now, here comes the good stuff. Professional player. What is a professional player? What is it made of? What does it consist of? How does he get to be a professional? We're not talking about player, I'm talking about worker too. That's what we're talking about, remember that. I only did this to put the word player and set it up this way so you don't go to sleep on me. But that's what it means. So change that word player to worker and that's what it means, okay? What is it about? It's that person that trains the body and the mind to the highest level possible to accomplish its purpose, results. This is a perfect example how the human, remember the human, remember him, and the being, I forgot these two guys. No wonder you're not laughing. That's what it is. I forgot these two guys. See, this guy here and the human and the being. You see it? This is what happens. When this gets to be one also wants this, he wants to be both, you got problems. The human is the player, and the being is the coach. At this point in the professional level, they work together in harmony, together like they did with the balloon. What does that mean? He's the coach. The being is the coach, telling the human what to eat, what not to eat, how to rest, how to exercise. Do you see it? And to get motivated, what's the purpose of him being a professional? This is the greatest example that I could give you. If you are, let's call it mixed up to now, God bless you, but let's get that clear. That's what a professional player does. These two work together, not against each other. Not against each other. That's what you know. Not against each other. They work together in harmony, yes? But who's in charge is the coach. He's only the player. And we know in sports, some players want to tell the coaches how to coach. And there goes the ball game. So this is exactly where it's at. That's what a professional player does. Brings himself or herself to the highest level of functioning. This only is a body. That's all it is. This is the brain. The coach. This is only a player. That's all it is all about. So you know that, let me not get too deep on this, otherwise you're going to sleep on me. You know that little voice that says, this one says, I don't want to get up this morning. I don't want to go there. It's raining. Oh, do I have to get up so early? That's what went through my mind this morning, by the way. Then this one says, I think you should. If you want a job, or keep your job. Matter of fact, it's already paid. You see? That's how they talk to each other. That's what's essential, to realize that. But sometimes this one here wins. Excuse me, I beg your pardon. A lot of times this one here wins. I'm not getting up this morning. I don't care what you say. That's it. My grandmother died, so what? And my car didn't start. I'm not going. It's too cold, it's too this, too that. That's what you have to be extra careful. Who's in charge of your life, of your decisions? You see it? You have a choice all the time. Remember that I told you at the beginning about the half glass, half empty? You have a choice all the time, all the time, all the time. It's up to you to choose. It's a tough choice. I want you to know that. Do you know why it's tough? Because we've been programmed to live our life. Who's right and who's wrong? Who's winning and who's losing? Because you got to look good. I mean, let me tell you, if you tell I'm wrong, I'm going to feel bad. I don't look good. So I have to come up with something to counteract that, you see, to such a point that I have to uplift myself. And even lying, I don't care if I have to lie. It's a little fib. It's a small one, a small one. That's how it starts, a small one. Now, this particular player, reaching at this level, as you can see, we have medals. I will give the medal a bronze. He's a professional player. Look what he went through. Why do I give him a bronze? Because he's not finished yet. Let me show you why he's not finished yet. Okay. First of all, also to remember what we were saying before, excellence and change. So I prove excellence. You can become professional. That's what excellence is. Challenge. At this level of professionalism, yes, any environment, anything that comes up that becomes an obstacle, the professional takes it as a challenge, not as a despair, to become better. Take a look at the Olympic players. I mean, you're talking about changing environments. They come from all different countries, and they come to this country. Look at the environment that they have to put up with. It's like, oh my God, even the food sometimes doesn't agree with them, and some of them bring their own food. But what I'm trying to get at, that's a good example. So, but they don't go back home. They take it as a challenge, and they still compete. As a matter of fact, they go home with gold medals too. So that's where it's at. Okay. Aha. Aha. Look, if you're going home with nothing else today, with nothing else except that, and you really get that, you're a lucky person that you came today. Everything about life has to do with attitude. Look. See it? New York Times magazine. It says EQ there. I changed it to AQ. EQ means emotional. And don't ask me to say that word, the next word, the Q, because I can't say it. So sorry. Whatever. You know what that means. So they discovered that IQ is not as important as EQ. You know, we all zero in again how intelligent you are. You know, the test that they give you, IQ, what's your IQ? What's your IQ? But they discovered that EQ is more important. In other words, you could be highly intelligent and you have a poopsie, yucky poo attitude. I wanted to say something else, but among ladies, we don't say such words. And they don't become successful. Simple as that. They fail. They fail because, look, because you're a great professional player, you're a great worker, but you can't get it wrong or they aren't called workers. AQ, your attitude stinks. I could say that, right? That's okay. Okay, so within that what happens, you have, watch this. I like to take a look at it this as mathematical. You have +1, meaning because you are a great player, in other words, technically speaking, you know what you're doing, that's +1. Then your attitude is -1, where you back to what? 0. +1 -1 is 0 in anybody's mentality, anybody's thinking. So once you realize the value of that and begin to embrace, also to like people, you know, that's, by the way, that's nature's secret here that we're talking about. See, I was supposed to read that. It's supposed to say nature's secret. I forgot to read it. You know, I make notes for myself and I forget to read them. That's so funny. Nature's secret is, this is important, nature's secret is wants us to play together. Wants us to play together. Nature's first secret purpose is wants us to play together, not against each other. Together, together. Maybe we could make a song out of that. Together, together. Now, it's very, very, very true. That is a setup. Remember, we are not in charge. Life is in charge. And it's a setup of life to say, I put you in this world to work together, to play together, to live together, not against each other. And we don't get that again. So that's what's important. This person, the person who is professional with a good attitude, I will give him a silver medal, definitely, because that's the hardest. He went to another level, yes? He went to another level. That's where it's at. That's enough of that. Okay, that we did. Aha! We almost did. We almost did. Okay, team player. Team player actually is the utmost. How do you say that? The ultimate, because it has everything completely. He is a professional. He knows how to play. He's got techniques. He likes people. He gets along with his teams. But also, you know what else he does? He is able to listen to the coach for strategy. Aha! So the team can win. Do you realize those two words? What comes first? It's team. Do you notice that? Player comes second. You know what that means? Let go of your ego. No ego. No ego. No ego. That destroys us completely. At that level, as a team player, you have to completely drop off your ego. Say, goodbye, ciao, ego. I don't need you anymore. Amen. That player, we will give him a gold medal. Now, you will say to me, does this really work? What do you think? You're sure? I want to prove it to you that it works. I am a lucky man to be married to a woman who practices what I'm preaching, if you call that a preaching, which it is, right? And I can show it to you right here. You can't read it? It's on purpose. Want to read it? Sure. She works out loud for everybody to hear it. Can you do that?
Sure.
Sure. If you make a mistake, that's okay.
It's the $1 Million Circle Platinum Award, National Association of Home Builders. National Sales and Marketing Council presents the citation to Sima Parisi in recognition of distinguished leadership and service and outstanding staff sales volume in the amount of $41.8 million worth of new homes during 1995.
Exactly. She's a sales manager right here, Lake Ridge on 70, not far, no baloney, right here. She's worth $41.8 million. She's a sales manager. You know what she is? She's right here. But I didn't know. She says, guess what? You think you got gold medals, right? She says, I got a platinum. That's a platinum award. That's what it is. I said, you son of a gun, yeah. And we celebrated, naturally. It is possible. But you know something, what upsets me? And I got to work so hard, and it comes so easy for her. Sometimes I say, it's not fair. I say to her, it's not fair. I mean, she has to go out of her way to get her ego into something. I got to go out of my way to shut it up. What a difference. Okay? Okay, so. We're towards the end. Success is you. What does that mean? Success means actually it has happened. It has happened. It's an Italian word. It's a past tense of a verb called succedere. It has happened. And do you know something? It is true. Take a look at it. Human being. It has happened. See, that's why we keep on looking to make it happen. At a being level, how do I know that? At a being level, we all perfect. Making what? Human mistakes. That's what we're doing. We are all perfect making human mistakes. At a being level, we are. Hello, I'm talking to myself, I could tell. You don't believe me, do you? Huh. Do you know that you are perfect? Just making human mistakes, that's all it is. Will you get that? Will you get that? You are perfect, making human mistakes. So get your pencil out and erase the mistake off and find out how to do it and do it. Don't come up with excuses.
Amen.
Whoa. Boy, was I waiting for that. I got scared there. I thought you had lost me there. You make the difference. You make the difference. Guess what? I dare to say that you are the difference. Each and every one of you. Each and every one of you. You are the team. Each and every one of you. You are the company. Each and every one of you. Think about it. And I'll even go further. You are the country. And I'll even go further, as you will see from my book that you have there. You are the world. You are the world. There is no other way. Let me give you an example quickly. Close your eyes. Everything is going. Close your eyes right now. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. What happened? Everything's gone, isn't it? Amen. Open them up now. Amen. I'm not going to hypnotize you. No. So there you are. You are the world. That's simple as that. So you are everything. Is there anything else? Yeah. Ah, there it is. So listen, I'm not supposed to be a motivator, but I don't like to just whisper to you this time. Stop playing games that destroys you. Stop it, stop it, stop it. Be your own best friend. Don't look for somebody else to be your friend. Nobody will be your friend if you cannot be your best friend. Now that you know that, please go out. Play hard. Give it all you got. And what else? And have a good time, right? And I thank you. I thank you very much for having me. Thank you for your listening. It's appreciated. Thanks.
If you don't mind, how about a clap around the wall?
Yay! Thanks. I appreciate that. Thanks. Thanks a lot. Yeah, man. With that smile, I got to give you a hug. Thanks. Thanks for helping me. Thanks for helping.
Networking Coffee Half Hour is presented by Merrill Lynch. This will be finished shortly.
Thanks. I appreciate that. Thanks. Thanks a lot. Yeah, man. With that smile, I got to give you a hug. Thanks. Thanks for helping me. Thanks for helping.
Networking Coffee Half Hour is presented by Merrill Lynch. This will be finished shortly.
Success is You is about teamwork, where everybody is a winner. Discovery, learning how to maximize your potential. Communication, as an equal with everyone you deal with on all business and personal levels. Productivity, utilizing your optimum potential for the benefit of all. For the first time ever, Vincent Parisi's Success is You seminars are available on video and audio cassettes and in booklets. Also available, Success is You promotional items, t-shirts, buttons, key fobs, and more.